Hello and welcome to our tutorial video on our WebOnCall tool. In this video, we will show you how to connect and use this tool. When you received your welcoming email, a link as well as an instruction manual were sent. Here's another way to connect to the WebOnCall tool. Go to our website, click on Client Login, and two options will become available: access your account and change your on-call. We will choose Change Your On-Call, and we will be asked to connect using the login information provided in the welcoming email. Enter your login information and enter. You are now connected and you can see two tabs at the top. The first is Directory. Here you will find a list of your employees as well as their contact information. To see all the details, you can simply click on the contact, and the information will appear on the right-hand side. It is not possible for you to modify the contact information in the Directory tab. For all changes, simply send an email request to our programming team, service@image-24.com. To change the on-call, we will choose the second tab. If you have multiple schedules active, it will be displayed like so. Simply select the one you wish to modify and click. If you only have the one, you'll be immediately directed to this view. You are now on the general window to modify the schedule. You will find multiple components. At the top, you will find varied options that we will go over a little bit later. Underneath, you will find a color-coded calendar. Red means unassigned, yellow means partially assigned, and green means fully assigned. Under the calendar, we will find the list of contacts that are available to fill these shifts with. These are the contacts we could find earlier in the Directory tab. And we have, taking the majority of the screen, the actual schedule. This particular schedule has 3 contacts to attempt to reach. We also see 2 separate on-call periods. One starting from November 7th to November 14th, and one starting from November 14th to November 21st. It's very important to pay attention to the schedule that you are filling to ensure that we are in the correct period. Let's look at the options on the top now. The first 4 are New, Edit, Copy, and Delete. These options should not be used. They can modify the schedule seen, but as our scripts are connected to these specific schedules, changing them could cause programming issues with the on-calls that are retrieved by the scripts. Should any changes be needed on the present schedules, simply contact our programming team via email, once more at service@image-24.com. The next 3 options are Assign, Override, and Unassign. These options will allow you to set the on-calls on the below schedule. We can also modify View using List, Day, Week, or Month mode. This simply changes how the information is viewed. There's also a Roster view that will allow for a printer-friendly view. And there is also a Spreadsheet view, which will let you view the schedule as such. This view is also exportable. We do not recommend that you use the last 4 options. Let us actually assign some on-calls. On the calendar, let us select the day where the shift we want to assign starts. We will be using November the 14th. We'll now choose the shift for which we want to assign our on-call employee. So we will choose the first shift for the period from the 14th to the 21st. Now there are 2 ways of actually assigning our employee. We can select and click the contact from the list on the left side. Let's say we will assign Bruce Wayne. We will now see a second method to set our second contact. Again, we click on the shift, and this time we will use the Assign option at the top. A list will appear along with the calendar. We can, from here, select the correct person to assign. In our example, we will select James Bond. You have most likely seen the other options in the Assign window, like Call Order, Comments, We recommend against using these options for possible issues with the programming of your account schedule. It is best to simply use this function to assign the contacts like we demonstrated. Simply click Save and you're done. We will now see how to make partial or temporary on-call changes. Let's say Bruce Wayne, who we attributed as the primary contact from the 14th to the 21st, is not available on the day of the 15th to the 16th, and Tim Drake will be covering for him on that period. We will begin by again selecting the shift for which we want to change, and then select the override option. We will first want to enter the dates for the override period. In our case, we set the 15th to the 16th. The time can be changed as well, but we will leave it at 8 a.m. for now. And we said Tim Drake will be the person replacing Bruce Wayne for this period. Once that is done, save. If we go on the day in question, we will see that Tim Drake is covering for Bruce Wayne from the period of the 15th at 8 a.m. to the 16th at 8 a.m. We recommend you do not place multiple overrides for the same period. If you need to change an override, it is preferable to unassign the current override and place a new one. You can always request assistance from our programming team as well. An important thing to note about overrides is that they cannot go beyond the period of the shift itself. I remind you we were working on a schedule from November 14th to November 21st. If, let's say, Bruce Wayne is unavailable from the 21st at midnight to the 22nd at 8 a.m., we would need to make two overrides. One from the 21st midnight to the end of the period, which is 8 a.m., and a second from the next period, from the 21st at 8 a.m. all the way to the 22nd at 8 a.m. Were you to try to place an override outside of the period for the shift, an error message will be displayed. And if you do choose to enter the dates manually for overrides, please note that the format is month, day, followed by year. That is all you will need to modify your on-calls. We thank you for your time and feel free to reach us for any additional questions you may have. Thank you and good day.